you're
get
right.
the ball rolling.
You're so right. And here's what I want to tell artists, right? Don't look at the amount of money that you have to create.
Right.
Lean on your creativity to bring the money in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you waiting on money to be able to create,
Right.
you ain't gonna have a long career, man. You ain't gonna have a long career.
Yeah.
If you able to create, the money is gonna come. And I want to make a prime example. Look at Kanye, right?
Mm.
Kanye is creative as fuck, right?
Yeah.
And he always seems to make money from his creativity, and people, I don't know what the back end look like on his creativity, but he feel like he not getting his just due as far as monetarily, but he is super creative, and that's why he's been able to last so long.
Mm.
Look at your big artists. So if you lean on your creativity versus money,
Right.
create the best art that you can make with the resources that you have. Don't wait on money to create, man.
And that's a good,
You know what I'm saying?
great point. I think great point, because I always bring up money or whatever. That's because it feels like, when you get to a certain point where you have these ideas and you have these visions, and it's getting harder and harder to, like, you know what I'm saying, those moments that you was able to get stuff done, that magic, you thirsting for it, you know what I'm saying, because you still in that limbo stage, you know what I'm saying, of being able to have that and being able to do it. But you're absolutely right. I think that's what I did first. I remember looking up, like, this is weird, but I was looking up, like, African tattoos. Like, my biological mom from Ghana, right? So I have ties to West Africa. And I was, like, look up stuff like patterns and stuff and what they meant. Like, and I came across this pattern and I want to get tatted. And it was just it was like the pattern meant to master, your whatever it is, master your craft before you can become king. That's what the pattern meant. And I remember taking that to heart, like, for the music, like, oh, okay, I need to master this before I even try to put my, you know what I'm saying? I need to, so I remember listening to Nas and going back and, like, really, like, and I remember I wrote to a Nas beat and I was just like, these niggas is back, family, you do it. It was so old school, right? And I just remember just those moments of being able to try to, like, I wrote a whole paper and then I had to fit the lyrics on. I didn't freestyle. I wrote the whole thing and then learned how to fit the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And re-say it until I fit all of them perfectly where I had it. And then I started doing that enough times. I started realizing, okay, I know what I'm doing. And just building muscles like that. And then you get to the point where, okay, I'm an artist, I can put music out, yada, yada. And then when you get to the point where people want to start, like, really listening to you or start seeing you at shows, that's where you know what I'm saying, that extra bag comes in. But at the end of the day, like, you're right, it all starts with the creativity. I wouldn't have been able to get this far. The music had to be good or at least appealing in some aspect for the dude to put it on the radio. I mean, people are telling me, calling me, I fuck with the album, still listening to it. I'm like, wow, that's dope, I mean, it might not be no thousands of people right now, but I already know the people that are listening and the people that I've gotten enough people to tell me, you know what I'm saying, in and around and in other states or whatever, tell me that all I need is the exposure. You know what I'm saying? All I need is that next thing. It's like, okay, well, until I get that next thing, I'm going to keep putting my foot on the gas. So I got another project coming out November 29th called Tomorrow's AD. So it's 2 projects in my first year dropping music, 8 singles, 6 solo, 2 features. And
what's the AD? What's the Tomorrow AD?
Another day.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow's another day and after death. So, like, just kind of having that in the back pocket, always understanding that I'm doing this for the long run. So everything I'm doing, I'm trying to leave a message of, it's a real life shit, you know what I'm saying? And understanding that one day when I'm not here, I have something to leave my family, you know what I'm saying, or leave people. And I think that's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
No matter what it does.
Absolutely, man. Do y'all got anything y'all want to promote? I know he just promoting all his album. Marlow, excuse me. Do you have any projects coming up that you want to promote?
On the 26th of this month, here in about, I think just 3 days, I'm gonna be dropping a EP with Susan Carroll. It's gonna be called Susan Carroll, produced by Marlow Hadnot and Company.
Susan Carroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She.
Hold on.
Yeah. She's really dope. She's an artist from Fort Worth.
She can sing.
and I guess,
Man, I know who Susan is, man.
yeah.
I'll tell you a story about Susan when we get off. Man. Yeah, I know Susan. She dope.
Yeah, she's really dope. Well, I remember. So this is what the pandemic did for me, right? Like a lot of people, they lost a lot of people during the pandemic, and I understand that, and I feel for them. But for me, the pandemic has been some of the it's been some of the greatest years of my life. Even with like the struggles that I was going through personally at the time, job struggles and relationship struggles, things like that. It's still been a blessing in all of that. And God just been blessing me. Like, man, I can't think. I ain't got enough tongues to thank God. Like, I don't even have enough time for real. But like everything that happened during the pandemic, one of the things, as far as music wise, you know how people were throwing like Instagram talent shows.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to start tuning and tapping into that, because before I kind of like just stepped into the role of producer and then went to like saying, oh, I'm gonna be my own executive producer. I was trying to push my own music as an artist. People have heard my music and I was like, bro, this is really good. Matter of fact, that was actually how me and Tomorrow started first talking. I let him hear something. He was like, bro, that's you? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, like he does stuff with his vocals that you looking at him and hearing them, you'd be like, that's you?
And
like he go to them levels when he in the studio, so that's cool.
So I mean, like he heard me sing a little bit, rapping a little bit. He was like, bro, like, why didn't you put this out? And I'm like, man, I don't really feel like I have an audience. And I was like, I did put it out once, but then like when it came time to keep it going, I took it down, because I was like, well, I'm starting to learn more about music business and how the industry works. I want to get everything right, you know what I mean? I don't want to just have stuff out and just have it to be there and not really intend to go nowhere with it. Because this is what a lot of people do. They have talent, but they ain't really got the business side down. They don't really understand how the game work, and they putting stuff out there to get stolen, and just for other people bigger than them to try to copy, and then people be like, where you get that sound from?
Well, tell them what happened with the Instagram real quick. With Susan with the with the thing.
So
you gotta let them know.
So yeah, I guess I'll share it. So when I ran into Susan, right, like I saw her on the Explorer page. And like I fell in love with her voice, and I kind of just started interacting, from watching all these Instagram talent shows before. I was like a good way to network with some of this talent that's on people page like DC Young Fly, and it's a whole lot of pages. I can't remember them right now, but it was a whole lot of like Instagram influencers and celebrities, comedians throwing all these Instagram talent shows, and I was just tapping in. I was like, okay, I'm gonna see who I can bring in and produce for, because I know a lot of them, they may have a bigger following than me, but I know 9 times out of 10 they trying to seek a bigger producer. It feel like, cause a lot of them, they still going through YouTube searching for beats and things like that. There's a couple that got their own producers, but I'm looking for the ones that don't. I'm looking for the ones who, like, they trying to get that attention of the next person. But I'm gonna pay them, bring them in, and get them to the next level. So with Susan, right, I inboxed her. I started commenting on her post. I started communicating with her. And then one day she checked my message. I think it was probably like a week later, but I had just been commenting on a lot of her posts and going through. I turned my notifications on so I know when she posts. And, I would go and listen to whatever it was. And I just built that rapport, and she opened the inbox, read the message. What's really crazy was she had just moved to LA when I hit her up, and at this time her house or apartment that she was living in had just caught on fire, and everything burnt down. And I remember she was telling me that, and I was like, that's crazy. But I had sent her, like, I guess she had a GoFundMe. She did have a GoFundMe. I remember I sent some money, right? And I don't really be liking to speak on like how much or anything like that, but I just know I sent some stuff to her. and it just inspired other people to do the same. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy about that, because like a lot of people weren't really sending something. You know, for somebody like her who, you know, you've been in the room with these people, and you know these people it kind of seemed like y'all may be close or whatever, but you know at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, it's kind of our business, you know, and I have to respect that. But I wanted to build something more than just it being business. Like I wanted it to be almost like family. Like if I'm not family with you, I'm extended family, you know. So you know you can call me, and whatever it is, you know, you can talk to me about it or whatever.
Marlow, tell them about the Instagram, bro. Tell them how to.
I think I know what he's talking about now. You talking about
the viral, bro? You was about to go viral, G. Like,
what happened?
He was about, like, I'm trying to get him to just. We wanted him to hear that. I wanted you to tell him, like.
So it's a joint. It's called "Run Me My Money," right? That joint went viral on Instagram, where they be like, it's like, Cash Out, Venmo, Zelle, EBT, like that. Like that's pretty much a production that I did for Susan, and it was initially supposed to be a R&B song. This is on a documentary that was recorded, so it started out as an R&B song. I'm in the other room tracking out the piano. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing. The Garris is in there recording me. They're in there with me, and at first it's an R&B song. Everybody in the R&B mode. Now as I continue to play and they all transfer to the other room, I don't know what they was talking about, but they started laughing. But then they started singing about like tides, and then they started singing about offering, and then it was like a 30-minute track, and it just turned into like you gotta see the documentary. When the documentary come out, like you gotta see the documentary, because
you can't start it and not finish the story, man.
I mean, it's so funny though. Like the energy in the room was just so contagious. Like people. You know, we all kind of grew up around that, so people started making jokes about that.
What made it viral?
It was just it was something really. It was authentic, man. It was very authentic. You know, people didn't really have to channel too much energy for it. Everybody related to it, and it made people laugh, man. And people was like, not only do it make me laugh, but this is real talk. Like I have a small business. Like you gonna have to pay me, like Cash Out, Venmo, Zelle, or EBT. Yeah. Run it. Run me that money. You know
is the video still up?
Yeah, the video is still up.
Who page is it?
It's on Susan Carroll page. It's on her reels. I remember she said, she was like, it's the most viewed reel. She had hit me up. She was like, you know, that's the most viewed reel that I have, like out of all the stuff that I posted. She was like, that's the thing that people have reposted the most. And I was like, honestly, I when I heard it, I was happy about it, but I wasn't really expecting that one to like go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much other music that we made throughout those 2 days that's like it has so much meaning to it. It's raw, you know. So but I mean people like that. But I mean that was the only thing that also got posted from that as well. It was a hectic 2 days, man. I saw sides of people that just. People that say they love music and want to do music, I couldn't tell. Like,
thank you for tapping in with us. In order to see more clips like this, check out this video here or check out this one here.